Sava, the mother of memory, never sleeps. But there are periods of time wherein she withdraws from her worshipful children, the sunfolk, to wander the winding paths of her own inner world alone. No one may accompany her in these private inward journeys, for that which Sava seeks lies far beyond all the wisdom and experience that time has brought her. Like the many-hued mountains surrounding her desert home, the mind of the mother of memory is layered with age, but as her spirit floats free of this shell, she becomes like one newborn, drifting far from reality into unfathomable blackness. She is the only star in the void, alone and suddenly afraid. Water. Dear mother of memory, we lost again! Yes. But this time, something touched me, like the fluttering of a moth's wing. The quest begins. Hello, Suntop. What's the matter, little cub? Couldn't sleep?
It's hard to sleep at night.
I know. Where's your sister?
Here I am!
Ugh.
Did I really surprise you?
You'll be a great hunter someday, Ember. But get down now. Both of you. Night Runner can't carry us all the way he used to.
Listen! Mouse!
They made a kill up there. Probably some fat bristleboar that wandered too far from its burrow.
Why doesn't Night Runner lead the pack anymore?
He's too old. The younger elves would drive him away. If he tried to go back there, they'd kill him.
That's cruel!
No, Suntop, that's the way. And it's a good one. Night Runner understands. Besides, he has me to care for him now, as long as he lives.
I can't wait! I have a wolf friend of my own!
Shh! Emma! Don't move! Instantly the elf child obeys, standing rigid and motionless. Her blue-green eyes betray no fear as the poisonous creature clambers onto her skin. One quick slice and...
Oh! Thank you, Mother!
Cutter smiles, not at all surprised by Leah's flawless aim. Teaching her the ways of the blade, he recalls, had been a satisfying task swiftly accomplished.
Was the stingtail killed? No, just scared out of its skin.
As usual, they insist on waiting up for you. I'm glad you waited with them. This night's hunt had been to fill Night Runner's empty belly. The old wolf remains behind to gobble his feast of rabbits as Cutter and his family wend their way home.
So the tall pens grow, the sharp spines on the red rings smells how to and twine, makes them dance while they're standing still, and magic shapes been always will. These sticker friends make me feel funny, just like when Sava makes the light shine behind her chair. That's my magic feeling. I know when someone's doing it, and what things it's been done to.
Cutter gazes with a blend of amusement and awe as his enigmatic little son. And I always thought any male cup of mine would take after old Bearclaw, but it's Ember who will be chief of the Wolf Riders someday. You, Suntop?
I'll be what I be. Be quiet! This is a pickle pears, Leah! Don't your children ever sleep?
worry, little dear sister. The night is in their blood. Night? Humph! It's all your Wolverine's fault. Next thing you know, we'll be bringing all fours and hell the moons. She doesn't think the world of me, does she? Not since you dimmed her light the day set up an ember was born. After all, she has few opportunities as it is to display her skills in sweetwater. Later thoughts drove back to that day, and to excitement. And the excitement, the impending birth stirred on the village.
Remember, two gourds full of dream bags had to go.
No! You can't commit one! That isn't proper!
However...
Lita, we started this together. We'll see it through. Together. When Cutter finally emerged from the hut, the gathered elves were prepared for his smile of uncontained pride. But they were not prepared for the 2 tiny bundles he bore in his strong, capable arms. For never before had twins been born to either tribes. 2? Uh-huh. A girl and a boy. Blink. 5 desert floods and flowerings passed, the twins grew quickly, as all elves' children do. Hurried toward the endless golden afternoon in elfin maturity. Content with her life's new order, Lita cannot recall just when the power of recognition faded before an even stronger bonding force, love. Ah! Cousin, I missed!
The wind is shifting, son. You didn't allow for it. Try again.
Developing muscles ripple with promise as young Dart draws back his new arrow whip.
Why do you hesitate?
I don't know. There's something.
Strongbow breathed in deeply, sifting the varied scents carried in the night air. His wolf fiercely begins to growl. Suddenly, Strongbow leaps. Suddenly, Strongbow leaps to a higher vantage point, his eyes wild with terror and rage.
Father, what do you see?
They followed us! Broke their bones and skinned them all. They found us!
Skywise! Tell me which is the star that never moves. You know, the one you wear a piece of around your neck.
Well, you can see it much better if you lean back.
Come.
That how? No, it can't be. Otherwise I'm screaming. That's how the wolves used to warn us when I bet to get cut off.
Long accustomed to the nightly singing of the pack, the Central continued to dream peacefully, but the Wolf Riders are astir, knowing full well the dread of meeting a particular song, a song they had not heard since they fled the home. Killer! I know. Keep quiet. Let the Sun Folk sleep while we handle this.
What's wrong, Father?
Guard our cubs, beloved. Guard them like a she-wolf. I don't know how or why, but humans have come to sorrow's end.
Don't move, fellas! Don't even drop!
What are we waiting for? They must die!
Cutter is still chief. We wait for his word. Trembling with fury, Strongbow holds himself in check. Dart has never seen his father so angry or so frightened. His own memory of humans is dim. He looks down at the whimpering, half-starved creatures and wondering, how could they inspire such hate?
We are dead! The spirit
escaping their curse, even in the land of fire and cold. Quiet! If we must die, we shall do it bravely.
Cutter arrives, flanked by others of his tribe, who can scarcely believe that their greatest fear has come true. The Wolf Riders are filled with loathing for their old enemy, man. But oddly enough, it is mild seeming Woodlock whose hatred speaks most furiously.
Kill the semi-ground here! Let them rot in the sun! Let their bones lie like jewels on the breast of the desert! Kill them! Say the word, Cutter. My bow is ready.
Cutter glares down at the captive intruders, his eyes narrowed in slits of blue fire, his white teeth bared. For the first time in 7 seasons, Cutter speaks the ugly guttural language of the humans. Before you die, say if any more of you come this way.
We are all that you see. No one follows.
Please, let us go! What harm have we done you?
What harm? Ha! 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 Ah! We demons have long memories. For seasons without end, you humans have tried to destroy us with your traps and poison, slings and fire. We thought we'd get rid of you. We finally rid of you when we crossed the burning waste. But even here you plague us. Let you go? Ha! I should let my cows play with a wounded bee. Wounded bear.
You hold much against us, demons, but you have no right. It is we who are wronged. We who have suffered because of you.
Arrow! Do not anger them further, I beg you!
Enough. Pike, Cutter, we need one more.
I'm ready, Cutter.
Well, look. You?
I can deal death as easily as any one of you, when there's good reason.
Cutter nods hesitantly, not liking Woodlock's sudden unnatural bloodthirst. As the elven executioners take aim, the woman Thaya shields her son with her own body. While Arrow stands, tall and defiant, reaching out to comfort the moaning man on horseback.
Wait!
Redlance?
I want to hear what the human has to say, Cutter. I have that right. Don't think it doesn't sicken me to look at them, to remember what they once did to me. I keep asking them why. Why the need for such cruelty and hate? They wouldn't answer me then. Let them speak now!
After a brief and heated argument, Cutter nods. Unable to comprehend the conferring elf's soft musical speech, Arrow senses that he has purchased a few more moments of life.
You and me, wolf demons, we are enemies, but I will speak true. The world is not yours. Gotara, the supreme spirit, made this land for men to rule. My people were meant to hunt in the forest and fish in the waters. We were always first in Gotara's eyes, but you demons were hiding behind the thunderclouds. You envied the beautiful land Gotara had given us. And one day you came down from the sky to take it for yourselves. We fought you in those days, and we fight you now, but your evil magic is strong. You molded the land to your liking, twisted the trees and rocks to form dwellings of them. You made monsters to prey on us, and you stole our children for sport. Our rightful game fell to your arrows, and to the killing jaws of the shadow beasts you ride. Can you wonder now why we hate you? You do not belong here. Go back. Go back into the storm. Gotara despises you.
So that's it. I used to wonder why there was always at least one group of humans camped near the Holt, just looking for trouble. The forest was big. It could have failed and sheltered all of us. Our paths never had to cross. But you had your sacred duties to kill us, didn't you? And we learned to give back as good as we got. No wonder this feud has gone on so long. Cutter crouches low, transfixing Arrow with his strange lupine stare. Well, wasn't it enough that you drove us from our homes with fire, Have you come all the way to finish us off? Your all-mighter Gotara has tricked you humans. You're in our hands now.
It is our final punishment for destroying the forest. Yes, that must be it. For days the flaming burned high. We floated in the center of the wide lake, praying for rain. Which Gotara finally said, "Blood, blood, I'm done." We are wanderers in the blackness, searching for a bit of green.
Aro continues the tale.
We traveled far in the direction of sun goes down. One day we found another tribe of men. They took us into their circle and made us welcome. All would have been well. But evil spirits claimed my brother Drew, making him say and do strange things. And because we four would not be parted, we were cast out. Since then we have found no place to settle. Our wandering brought us here to this desolate place, and to you, our ancient enemies. We saw the smoke from your fires. We thought to beg food and water.
From friendly humans? You didn't expect to find us, did you?
Gotara willed that the land be cleansed, and we cleansed down to its bare black bones. The wolf demons are destroyed. Do you hear, great spirit? We obey you. We praise you.
Drew will be dead soon. He no longer sees us. You will all die now! Cutter, we've waited too long. Give the command!
What has happened to you, Life Bearer? Your cubs were the first to renew our tribe after Magwell's attack. Coming from you, words of death are foul. Do what you have to, my friend, but kill the young human first. I want to see if you can.
A pause no longer than a heartbeat. Then the arrow flies exactly as it is aimed. Woodlock sinks down in despair.
What's the use? I promised Rain Song that we'd never see humans again. That our cubs would grow up without fears.
But now...
He is dead, Thio, and soon we will join him.
Go! Let the dead one die! Let the dead one lie there as a warning! If you or others like you ever come here again, we'll kill you on the sight! Understand? Go quickly before I think twice! Arrow does not question its good fortune. If such it be, for he has no provisions in darkness and dares ask for none. The humans and their starving ponies stagger away in the darkness. They have but only their lives and each other, but it is more than they expected.
You let them go!
Cutter turns to comfort. A seeing Strongbow, his eyes met and lock in a stare of challenge.
We had them helpless at our feet. Did you let them go? Bearclaw would have cut out their living hearts and fed them to the wolves.
I am not Bearclaw!
I am not Bearclaw! I am Cutter! Do you dare defy me?
The watching wolves are now prying to the fierce sending of the elven archer and his chief. It is a silent and private battle of wills, and in moments it is over. Listen, my friend, I know you want revenge on all humans. I do too. But no good can come of it. There are too many of them scattered everywhere. You heard them. Do Do want to spend the rest of your life perched on this rock just waiting for them to pick off any who come in sight? They will come, you know. These were the first we've seen. Then there's no place we can call our home. Call our own.
Shut up! It's my line!
Then there's no place we can call our own. Not even sorrow's end.
There has to be an answer. There just has to be. An answer I won't, cousin. What that I had one to give. In the distant past, my family found its sorrow's end, believing that we can escape humans, hatred and violence forever. From my mother and myself were the first inhabitants of the village, and I have been mother of memory of all our dear descendants ever since. The names and history of those that have gone live on in me, but of the high ones I can tell you very little, for they existed long even before my time. You can't forget what the humans said, that we didn't belong here. Where did the high ones come from, Sava, and where did they go? Can they all be dead? And what if there are the tribes, all elves somewhere? Children of the high ones that we don't even know about. If we've got to fight the humans for our place in this world, we'll stand a better chance if we're all alone. I agree. We're all together. I agree. Since you wolf riders came to us, I had been on my own way, reaching out, hoping to touch others of our kind, who may be searching too. But perhaps my way is not direct enough. Perhaps you might succeed where I have not. Leah listens quietly. She knows what Cutter must be thinking, as does one other.
Father, are you going away?
Yep. Down.
The better part of the day passes, and Cutter remains buried in thought. Around him, life in the place as he comes to love goes on. He watches as Leda tends to a villager. There, remember those aches and pains next time you try to lift two jars full of clay at once.
Thank you, Eula.
Her hands so delicate and yet so strong. Hands able to soothe every hurt of body and mind with gentle caress. Have you decided? I can't leave you in the cubs. My Tam, you are little more than a cub yourself. You are little more than a cub yourself. Your life has just begun. My years have mellowed me somewhat. Part of me has always been prepared for the idea of your leaving. You're being too understanding. It worries me. Beloved, the sun rose and set before you came to me. It will rise and set after you go. But you could come with? No. No. I am the healer. My responsibilities lie with the village. But I will not cling to you or hold you here. Though your dream may lead you into danger, it is not a foolish dream. I'll only be gone a little while. You know I'll come back. Of course, you will have to. Because you cannot live without me. Remember? Her teasing smile fades. And suddenly she holds him fiercely close. Tom! I trust the wolf in you. He is your strength, your will to survive. And he is the only reason why I let you go. Return to the Holt. It's decided. One turn of the seasons, which latest folk call a year, that's all that I'll give myself. Then I'll be back to give myself. That's all I'll give myself. Then I'll be back to tell you what I found. or didn't find. Sounds mighty! Sounds mighty risky to me, love! And even, suppose you do find the house, we'll be like strangers! As you say, there's some risk. That's why I'm going alone. There are different... Things are different for the wolf fighters now. The wolves wander free in the mountains. We seldom see them these days. Some of you, like Rainsong here, have almost become some folk yourselves. You don't need me to lead you the way I used to. Moonshade speaks to speak. Cutter, you have what some of us... You know that some of us have never been truly happy here. Now that we know Sorrow's End isn't the human free haven we thought it was, what's the difference when we stay or go back to the woods with you? The difference is that I want all of you in one place. I'm not even sure where I'm going. I don't need the added worry of herding a bunch of you through the unknown territory. If I'm to fit the puzzle of the High Ones together, I have to know where all the pieces are. You made your part, I will stay put! But remember, you can come along! If you're going too long, we'll come looking for you! Fair enough. Speak for me in council while I'm gone, Treestomp. Only sendings can express the tender urgency of the Wolfriders' farewells. For though some believe the Cutter's mission will be fruitless, they all share a revered wish for his safe return. Skywise, where's Skywise? Thank you. You didn't even need to ask. Soon Cutter is ready to depart. Night Runner growls sulkily, jealous that his friend has chosen to ride one of the hardy's routes. But Cutter knows that the 3-day trek through the desert will be very difficult for even the wolf riderless. You will never be farther away from me than these two, my beautiful cubs. Do you wonder why I must go?
You wonder why I must go.
Do you understand why I must go? Yes, to fight other elves like us! Oh, there are no elves like you. Ember, learn all you can from hunting from Strongbow. He's the best teacher a young chiefess could want. Suntop. Sava says that you have the gifts worthy of her teaching. That's a great honor. I wonder how you'll grow. Both of them. Go, beloved. Night has fallen, and you are losing precious traveling time. Lita, do you believe in my quest? I believe that the attempt alone is a triumph. Farewell. Quickly, Cutter mounts and rides away. He knows that one backward glance will be his undoing.
Of course I will. The time will pass before you know it. You'll see. Oh, here he comes.
Skywise. Skywise, is that you?
From famine to feast, and back to famine again.
Where have you been? Aren't you going to see me away?
Coming! Woof. Quite a chore to mount one of these things, isn't it?
Where do you think you're going?
Yes.
No. You heard what I said. I go alone.
Sorry, my chief. I promised Lita that I'd keep an eye on you. And I'd rather argue with you than her anything. Besides, we both know you can't find your way around a tree without getting lost.
A lovely, plaintive song of farewell rises from every throat in the village. But Cutter hears only the voices of Lita and his children. And he misses them already. Bye, buddy! guy was the loathsome guy just back to the tunnel of golden light?
I don't. Why?
Oh, just a notion I had to pay our friend King Grambling a visit. Trolls go back as far as time as we do. Maybe we can warn some clues about the other elves from them.
Interesting, so aren't you?
Far better prepared, Cutter and Skywise retraced the long path of their original desert journey. When they reach the sheer sandstone cliffs, it takes them but half a day to rediscover the Tunnel of Golden Light. Just as I thought, exclaims Cutter. They cleared away the rocks from the cave-in was caused. The passageway is open.
You sure you want to go by way of the troll cavern? Your taste may have run toward elf pot pie since we got came calling.
Can you fly?
No.
Then we go this way.
Okay.
As the four companions travel cautiously along the dark and winding path, even Night Runner and Starjumper seem to remember how the trolls once lured them in their fate to the desert, and they will not be tricked again.
Funny, doesn't smell like elves have been through here in a long time. Oh no, I expected to feel their eyes on us long before now. Maybe there never were that many elves to begin with. I mean trolls to begin with. Up those stairs, Grey Milk Throne Chamber. Careful now. It's deserted!
Quickly, quietly, the two elves search for any sign of life. Look, the door is partway open. Let's have a look outside. It's as bad as the humans said.
No, it's worse. Much worse.
It's so strange the forest gone just like that. I never dreamed it would look like this. It looked as bad, so empty. And those trees were old, Skywise, older than the very first Wolf Rider.
Those crazy humans. I can't even hate them for doing this. How could anyone know that the fire would destroy everything?
This used to be our little running stream. And this is where the great tree stood. The tree where I was born. Redlands' ancestors shaped the followings in a living body. So many of us took shelter here. I can almost believe that the old trees were... that the old tree even cradled the spirits of the dead and wolf riders in their branches. Where do they rest now, I wonder? I found some
arrowheads and what looks like Nightfall's metal candle bowl. It's all blistered and melted. What have you found?
Bear claws old wolf necklace. Wolf head necklace, I think. Parts of it, anyway.
I know you kept it after he died.
The fire spread so fast I didn't try to take it with me. Oh well, it's ruined now. Back to the hold. Like the hold.
Well, to go back. It'll be a long time before the forest comes back again.
Uh-huh. We and our cubs will never know it as I did. When Suntop and Ember are full grown, this sapling will be still too grown. This sapling will still be too tender to bear their weight. Hungry, old friend? So am I.
We should have killed one of those roots and saved the meat instead of letting them go in the...
It wasn't.
It wasn't such a good idea. It wasn't such a good idea counting on the food we might steal from the troll storehouse. Unless you like bat meat or raw cave slugs. There's nothing else left in the caverns. What happened to all the trolls anyway?
We'll worry about that later. Let's dig up some roots and tide us over. The wolves might even get lucky and step on a squirrel or something. Downwind, the forward travelers' sensitive noses, too squat, any heavily Two squat and heavily clad figures observe the elves closely.
Maggie, that's Burglaw's whelp. Cut her. What incredible luck.
Keep your voice down! Those elves have everything enough to hear you mention on the way underground. Now tell me, my eyes are bad. Has he got the sword?
Yes, yes. The little fairy's using it to scrunch up roots of all things. The fool. He doesn't realize what he holds in his hands.
Jesus, wow. We'll have to move fast. Once they set us, we're cooked. Fiddly, the weird conspirations crawl toward Cutter and Skywise. Whoa.
What is a star number?
Aim true, old one. We won't get a second chance.
Trolls!
Damn.
Only Night Runner escapes the effects of the mysterious powder.
Quick, another pouch.
Not for long.
Your sleep powders worked on that old naggity. I'm surprised.
Ah! Ain't supposed to know how these pioneer bad! I don't love it ever there! We'll fly him! My powers can lay beast low even monsters like these! Let's go, Pig Nose, my boy, and find that sword! Hee! And mine, the sword. Skywise. Can you sit up?
No.
Me either. What? 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 Where are we?
There it is. Just like to it, promise. The crafty old roamer. He's like, hey!
Stop. You should be happy. Maybe now that Ufa's love-sick pig nose of yours will amount to something. No more. Scholars have got no more. Still blurry from the effects of the sleep dust, Cutter hurls himself at the gloating thieves. Quick! Oh!
You idiot.
Other sound effects! Big nose, you dirty deceiver, son of a human! Give me back my sword, I'm warning you.
Do tell. Then I just better do as you say, hadn't I? Here it is, little chieftain. Yours for the taking. Ha ha ha! Ah! You flea-ridden milk-tooth whelp! I'll give you something to bite! Huh? What? No! Growl! Scratch, scratch.
Yeah, Pinky, let's try for a while. Step back in.
Fuck!
Hey! Here, I'm by the door and get over there. Bits of dust. Well, get 'em easy. This wallet, this is my last pouch. Cutter and Skywise fight to clear the fuzziness from their brains that they send their wolf friends an urgent warning. Night Runner! Run! Run! They'll find you later! Just then,
Ah! Try a whiff of this, you minder beasts! Minder beasts? What? They're running! Almost as if they knew what I meant to do!
what does it matter?
You suck.
What does it matter, my sweet? As long as they're gone. I have a wonderful idea. Let's have a party to celebrate your finding the sword.
And just what do we do with them? That was me.
How many creatures? Think you're better than us than don't you? Look at those ugly little snouts and ridiculous big eyes. Why? They haven't gotten a smidgen of character between them. I don't know. I think this one's rather cute. At least his nose turns down. I have it. They'll be our servants from now on. You'll be a troll of means very soon, Picknose. And a wealthy troll shouldn't have attendants. Picknose stares at the elves, delight with the entire prospect. He starts to chuckle, then to burble, then a guffle until the trolls root laughter. Later.
That smells good. Steamed chipmunk and wormroot seasoned with herbs from your garden, Maggoty. What a feast! Bring it on, little slaves! Your masters are hungry!
The trolls attack their supper, voraciously unaware of their captain's ability to communicate without speaking aloud.
These ankle chains are clumsy, but they're also loose. When do we try to escape?
Not yet. First I want to find out what became of the other trolls.
The meal is quickly completely consumed. I have a taste for some from that rare brew of mine. I'd say occasion warrants it. Well, I'll face me that big gray jug and cupboard over there, and be quiet about it. You, clear off this table. Hop. The jug is very heavy, but Skywise notices that familiar scent exudes from the stopper. It takes the combined efforts of both elves to fill the liquid mugs with a potent lavender liquid. Big Nose! Former guardians of Gramag and Chiblis, to our health and forthcoming wealth, and through our wedding night. We're at their wedding. When you finally have earned my granddaughter's hand.
Now that's something to drink to. More slaves! I barely wet my lips on that first one. It smells like dreamberries.
Just dreamberries, boy! They still grow around here. Oh, Maggie knows the secret way to brew the juice from those little squirters. Makes my fun. You got the bell phone?
You know, Elf, your old sire Bearclaw had a taste for dreamberry wine.
Wine? What's wine? Bearclaw never told me about it.
Ah, of course not. There's a lot I didn't tell you, right, baby?
Oh, that one! He was the only elf I ever come close to liking in my days. Hey, what a hot bug! Pickles fetches two more mugs from the cupboard.
Let's see if his son has been to the same stuff. Here, Elf, drink it up. Your dad can do it all in one gulp.
During his leadership of the Wolf Riders, Cutter has deeply resented the time he has been forced to measure up Bearclaw's colorful... Sorry,
Get away from the keyboard!
The pig nose challenge is up to the difficult to resist. This is the enticing aroma from the strange purple sand brew.
Oh. It's good. Not bad for a puppy like you. Sit down, have another. After all, you're the reason why we're celebrating.
Yes, here, dear. Pull up into the hole.
Might as well.
Later.
My long face.
Want my sword back. Father gave it to me.
Bah! That's all you know. That's all you know of its value. I'll just show you one thing. Damn.
Pignose removes a tiny peg hidden beneath the bindings of Two Moons Hills. And the pummel comes free, revealing yet another surprise. Huh? That what's a key? That.
Called the key. It opens things. Wonderful things.
Damn it, stupid dog.
And it's going to make me the world's richest troll.
Ew, picky. I just love it when you say that.
But Bear Claw never showed me the key to me.
He never knew about it. No one did except for the one who made the sword. Old King Greymong there slipped right through his fingers. Sword, key, treasure and all.
Treasure.
Have some more, dearie. Shut your blathering mouth, fool. Are you going to tell them everything?
Huh? Have some more, dear. Shut your mouth, you blabbering fool. Are you going to tell them everything?
Why not? They're not going anywhere.
Don't care about treasure. I don't want to know where the rest of the folks are. Or we came back through the caverns, and there was no one there.
Oh, they're gone out, long gone. To the mining pits, up in the black hole. Then we'll never see them again. Please take them now.
What happened? Troll warriors from the frozen mountains surprised us. They broke into our living chambers through a tunnel that had been sealed off so long we'd forgotten it.
Squad
Who is that?
Then other trolls! The world is full of trolls and elves!
Lady, we don't know how much is truth and how much is Jinberry talk. Hey, your sounding's fuzzy. You paying attention, Elf?
Huh?
Huh? The great chief of the Wolf Riders. You elves thought you owned the forest, didn't you? Always bragging about your fancy ancestors, the high ones. Well, we trolls have a noble heritage, too. Our forefathers were clever and strong. They lived way up at the top of the land where it's always snowing. The mountains were their domains, and no creature big or small escaped their hidden traps. But a time came when big heavy sheets of ice started crunching down around the mountains, filling up the crevices and valleys, and shaking up the tunnels something fierce. As it got colder and colder and the ice got thicker and thicker around me, my ancestors decided to dig their way to a warmer place, to take a long dive, and the cold seemed to follow them down the land, but finally their tunnel ended here, under the warm ground where the woods you elves used to call the hole stood. Of course, this was well before you Wolf Riders settled here. A lot more time passed, time well spent and learned the ways of metal and cavern gardening. But one day King Guttlecraw up and decided he wanted all his subjects to return with him to the frozen mountains. Grey Monk, who was a young monk then, and many other trolls refused. There was a rebellion and a big battle, and when it was all over, Grey Monk decided would. They drove Guttlecraw and his followers back to the tunnel and sealed it off. So Grey Monk became king of his own group of trolls.
And got family! Why, I won't lick his nose and fan his moss mush when he was only a pup. Here, you're all just babies next to me. Bet you owls didn't wonder who kept picking their dreamberry bushes clean without leaving a clue. It was me. We trolls knew it when the first little virus came to the woods. But we made sure they never ever found them here again. But Bearclaw finally caught you. That he did, the wicked scamp! I've never picked the same bush twice in a row. And my own foolproof method, too. But that young rascal Bearclaw sat through a full change of the big moon, just waiting for me to come around to that particular bush.
Only Bearclaw cared enough about dreamberries to go to all that trouble.
Snooping at those elves that ever lived.
Oh, you trolls never had reason to be sorry that Bearclaw discovered you. You really liked the furs and feathers and good red meat we traded you for medals.
That's just the point. Our lives got too soft because of you. We weren't prepared to fend off Guttlecraw's warriors when they came again. Grey Monk wasn't the fit to lead us in battle anymore. It was horrible. They made prisoners of all those they didn't kill. And what they did with the dead, even with Grey Monk, brr. I don't like to think about it. They've changed. Those trolls from the frozen mountains. Uh-huh.
So, you got yours right after you snooked us through the tunnel of golden light, eh?
Uh-huh.
Why did you play such a dirty trick on us anyway?
Oh, I didn't want to. Not really. But Grey Monk was a spiteful little dude. It was death or worse to defy him.
That's a pile of hell pellets.
By the way, why are you still alive?
That's no thanks to you. But it just so happens that we crossed the desert and found... Huh? Oh. Well, it's none of your business what we found. My friend and I are on a quest to locate other tribes' bells. Can you three tell us anywhere to look? The trolls exchanged glances, fidgeting uncomfortably.
Quickly changing the subject, Pignose offers a sure fire distraction.
We trolls mind our own business. Always have. Here, let me sweeten that for you.
You're so clever, my love.
Well, since we're trading tales of escape, how did you three survive the invasion of your caverns?
Oh, that was my piggy's doing. I used to be Grandma's favorite, you know. But Pignose always loved me. He carried me and Grandmama outside when those awful warriors came. We're the first trolls ever to brave the daylight. The caverns just aren't safe anymore, but I'm not afraid. Piggy will protect us.
I'd face any danger to win you, Albert, my gem.
You mean she's your life mate, Picky?
I am not yet worthy of her. First, I must be able to give her everything her heart desires.
I desire my sword, all in one piece.
Well, you can't have it!
Piggy! Well, you can't have it! Piggy promised me a shower of gold! And I won't be able to him without it!
Scott Wise's wine-softened heart goes out for the frustrated troll.
You know, Pignose, if Albert recognized you, she'd be yours whether you had gold or not, right, Cutter?
What are you chittering about, Elf?
Recognition. My friend here is a perfect example. His life mate couldn't stand him when they first met. But now they have two fine cubs.
The poor girl! She had no sentimental at all!
She had plenty to say. For the longest time, it seems that she stood looking down at me from a high place, just beyond my reach. But elves are children of the high ones, and recognition is the way. It's worth all the pain, because the pleasure is more than can be told. I'll tell you about my Lita. She's a lovely flower with sword blades as petals. A wellspring that never runs dry, but always leaves you thirsty for more. She has the strength to refuse me despite recognition.
Why didn't you?
Well,
Goes to me. I've been wondering why myself.
My son! You elves botch up everything, even romance. Recognition. Revolting. We handle things more sensibly. Why, any troll worth his hammer knows a maiden's love the truer the gold he gives her, and the more gold, the more true her love. Isn't that so, my succulent little mushroom?
Just so, my big handsome toadstool!
Pignose may have a hammer, but I'd be told it's a hammer.
My big old doll has always been a practical one.
I bet you're making all up that business about treasure.
It's true! 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 I have to eat his word on it. He's the greatest metalsmith that ever lived. A legend among us trolls. Don't tell me you've never heard of him. No one knows exactly where it came from. But the story goes that he's part elf of his mother's side.
that's disgusting.
Indeed. But they say she was as ugly as most elves. She wasn't as ugly as most elves. She may even have a ward or two.
Ignoring the irrelevant atmosphere at the table, Pignose begins to paint an intriguing picture of the mysterious creature known as Two-Edge.
comes and goes in these places. Always has. Sometimes he's up in the snow country. Sometimes down here that's woodland trolls. and sometimes no one knows. No one sees him for a generation or more. He is old as the mountains, a drifting shadow who speaks with a voice of stone. He keeps to himself, but he always leaves some trace of his handiwork where trolls can find it and learn. There's no one to equal him as a weapons maker. He even had the delicate skill to make this toy sword of yours. But he's crazy, you know, not right in the head. Might be his mixed blood.
I guess so. He'd have to be mad to have shown you the way to steal all his gold.
I say he chose me to inherit his wealth, sniffs Big Nose.
Sniffs Big Nose.
There he goes, Picky Nose. There's a treasure for his pleasure, but the key's in the sea, the sandy sea.
His voice came to me during my journey back through the tunnel of golden light. Two-Inch! Have you returned, old wanderer? What are you babbling about? What key? What treasure?
Moon sword, golden horde, moon sword, golden horde. Find us both, my treasure and me. The sword holds the key. The sword is the key. Interesting. But why do you believe him?
He may be crazy, but he's not a liar. There's the proof's right here. Ha! You don't know how glad I was to see you today, pup. I've been kicking myself for 7 turns of the seasons, thinking you and the moon sword were gone forever. Now I'll have you both and Towards' treasure too when I find it. Think of it, Big Nose, the wealthy served hand and foot by the son of Bearclaw.
Yeah, Picker dear. You make me quiver all over.
That flimsy little elf blade, useless in a troll's hand. Ha! Bearclaw won in a game of stones, and we thought for once we'd cheated him. Ha ha! What a joke! To Bearclaw, the elf who was almost as smart as a troll.
What? You take that back!
Ah, Picker! Shit! I like this!
Ignorant?
Cutter quickly rolls away from the table as Skywise gleefully tosses the pouch.
Screwed up. It doesn't work on trolls?
Might have known. I have our weapons. Let's get out of here. Cutter's escape is quick, but it is ungraceful.
Rattle.
But as Skywise scrambles to follow his chief,
No, you don't! Thought you'd make a fool of us, eh? I'll teach you. Stop your squirming! It won't do you any good! You can't get away from me, so don't even try.
come on! A face full of mud won't stop him long.
Oh,
Ooh! Hurry! The day I can't hang on to one miserable.
the day I can't hang on to one miserable chained elf, I'll sit outside in the open sun till I'm crow food.
As a tug of war ensues, Cutter's voice a high-pitched cowl. Ooh! Oh, oh, oh! To his 2 wolf friends who have waited faithfully in hiding all through the day. Now the wolves rush to their rider's aid, while a furious Pignose begins to realize that heavy troll-forged anklets were never designed to hold a little and limber elf for long. So the strange party comes to an abrupt end as Skywise tumbles to the ground quickly outside the hut. The two elves quickly gather up their scattered belongings. And bolt away without a backward glance. By the time Picknose dons his protective hat and unbars the door, Cutter and Skywise are
Gone! Well, good riddance. It's two less mouths to feed anyway.
But Piggy, I liked having servants.
Well, as long as I have the key to the secret treasure drawer, it's all that matters.
Crumbo! He was always, all I will be.
chink, chink, chink. Whew. I thought I'd never get out of this. I'd never get this off. My ankles are so swollen. Oh, my head. From now on, I'll take my dream berries fresh from the bush. At least we got away all right. But New Moon is ruined. How can it never be fixed? The pole! Why didn't you tell me? You flitched it when you were wrestling with Picky Nose.
Oh, forgot.
Later, the sobered pair gazes toward the horizon at a land they no longer recognize, a land that stretches before them at once inviting and ominous.
Where to now?
Sun goes down, wasn't that it? Skywise, remember what the humans who came to Sarrow's End told us? Somewhere in the direction of Sun Goes Down, they said, other groups of humans dwell in deep green woods that were never touched by the Great Fire. Why don't we search for other elf tribes there? No matter the danger, the souls of our kind have always yearned for the cool, dark beauty of the forest.
Makes sense. And it's a sure thing Picknose wouldn't offer us a better suggestion now, even if he could.
Right, let's go. What?
Maybe we'll bump into old Two-Edge and give him Vicky's greetings.
And the key
What key?
to the treasure?
What treasure?
Oh yeah. And what of Picknose's philosophical outlook regarding that self-same key? Hands of the Simba Mega! The greatest moon has shown her full face twice since Cutter and Skywise left Cyrus End. On that night, high above the drowsy desert village, a time-horned ritual of the Wolf Riders is taking place.
I hear you. It's me, Amber. Don't you know me? I'm the one you've been calling for. Come out, friend. It's time to come out. I can't wait to see you. Oh, look. Isn't he beautiful?
With the simplicity of the child's embrace, the endless kisses from the cub's wet red tongue, the bond is sealed.
Ha, Chuckleker, that's your name. You're my first wolf friend, and someday soon I'll ride on your back and we'll be strong and fierce like father.
Look. Little Ember is so happy. Cutter will be sorry he's missing this. He will see it through our eyes. Just as we see him now through his children. There you your children too, Lita. Their skin is brown like yours. Yes, Nightfall. But their eyes are cutters, and their bodies recall his youth, full grace, and the beauty. With every moment, our voices are the same. He said we would be gone for only 1 year. A year seemed so brief a while. I did not think I would have time to miss Kato. But now I find myself counting the days until he returns. It's your own fault. Your place is by your life mate's side. Have you joined him on?
Oh my god.
You should have joined him on his quest. If Moonshade's words sting her, Lita gives no sign, but Nightfall angrily intercedes on her friend's behalf. That's not fair! If you have cubs as young as Suntop and Ember, would you abandon them to follow Strongbow on a dangerous journey? If I would, if Strongbow were chief. I would if Strongbow were chief. You know as well as I that a chief's cubs belong to all his tribe. There isn't one of us who wouldn't gladly have helped to parent the twins if Lita had gone with Cutter as she should have. Oh no! They will never understand. Never. Look what your squirrel chatter's done now. Little White! Nightfall follows Lita to a rocky ledge overlooking the Sun Village. Moonshade thinks in a straight line. With her, the Wolf Rider's way is the only way. Pay her no need. You have the right to raise your own cubs in keeping your own tribe's customs. My dear friend, surely you have seen that I have never been overprotective of Suntop and Ember. I cannot claim motherhood as my excuse for remaining here. Rather, it is my pride that holds me in sorrow's end. Do you remember Rayek? He loved me because he saw me and reflected for himself. I too am proud to possess finally hope magic powers. No one has died here since my healing skills matured. It is a pride, Nightfall. And something which one as brave as you can forgive, even less fear. I was afraid to go with Cutter, afraid to unknown lands beyond the deserts. Twice in my life I have seen the sun turn into a black disk, haloed all around the rainbow streamers of light. To my father, the sun toucher patiently explained that it was but the greater moon's shadow passing over the day star. I was frozen with fear, even with the light return. The thought of Cutter's world, of huge green growing things and monstrous beasts rousing the same terror in me, terror that would have been a hindrance to him. I hold the power of life and death in my hands, but I am afraid of things that I cannot anticipate or control. So was Cutter. On the bridge of destiny, remember? True, but he overcame his fear when Rayek's life depended on him. And if Cutter's life depended on you? Gotcha.
Anything broken this time, Cutter?
No, ball one piece. Pignose's ankle chains.
Well, your first try wasn't such a success.
No ball in one piece. Pignose's ankle chains make handy animal catchers. Alright, so I broke the little beast's neck. We had to eat anyway. Ugh! Besides, I caught yours. Oof. You dinner? Settle down, you. Settle down, you grass eater. You're mine! After a while, you all finished? Good. I want to take another look at Night Runner. How's that eye, old friend? Of course it kicked you in the face. What were you thinking when you just heard sniffing his foot? Why do I do the same if you tried to bite my rump? I told you before, these animals aren't for eating. They're for Skywise me to ride. Don't growl about it. Look at your pads. You've worn them raw with all the traveling you've done. You can hardly walk, let alone bear my weight. And Sergeant Bird's in the same fix. Come on, Night Runner, don't be stubborn. You've got to get used to being old.
I wonder what kind of beasts these are. They look a little like zwoots and they're just about as nasty.
But their backs are flat. Let's call them no humps. Skywise's lodestone has not lost its magic. One end still points to the stars hub of this great sky wheel. The other end points back to the sun village. The night side of the stone faces morning, and the left side faces...
Sun will down. We've been heading this way for almost 3 moons, Cutter, and still no forest in sight. Maybe those humans who came to Star's End were lying. Maybe there's no green woods at all. At Land's Edge where the sun sets.
I thought of that. Just remember, Sava said she'd once lived in a forest before she went to the desert. And that forest wasn't the Holt. If there's one thing I've learned in this journey, it's that a land is bigger than we've ever dreamed. I know there are other elves somewhere. You just have to keep going till we find them. The small seekers do keep going through the flatlands, seem to roll on forever beneath its infinite shifting sky. At last they come to a wide, marshy area where the elves abandon their no-humps to continue on foot. And one day, as the early morning mist clears, look. The travelers stand still and silent. The moisture on their cheeks is not born of fog and dew, for they have in a way come home. And they eagerly head into the mysterious wildwood. Cutter and Skywise see that even their death is a part of life.
What is it?
It's the squirrel. It's drowning. Hey, wait a bit, will ya? I'm feeling too good to watch anything die today. Perching on a half-submerged log, Cutter extends his bow over the fetid swamp water. Climb out of there. In a flash of panicky rodent scrambles at the length of the bow and buries its sharp teeth deep in Cutter's sword hand. Ow! You miserable, scummy little bitch! Bap. The effort of the flinging away the squirrel away causes Cutter to take an unpleasant, involuntary swim.
Lovely. You smell sweet as a blossom.
Want me to yank you in here with me? Later on, moments later.
That's a bad bite. And the water was nasty bot.
I'll live, but I promise you, the first meal we eat is going to be squirrel meat. Canopy of foliage is so thick that perpetual gloom pervades the deep woods. To eyes not those of night-sighted elves, the trees appear as though a filmy black curtain drapes them, making light and shadow indistinct and depth an illusion. The slightest rustling of a single leaf has as a cause that may be identified by sight and scent. After years of disuse, Cutter and Skywise's forest-born instincts reawaken to their old sharpness. The elves are at home in this deliciously cool and sensuous environment, and their spirits are high. Bling!
Ha! It sure doesn't take you long to become a barbarian again. A rock star.
I want to feel the breath of the trees all over me. By the highlands, sand and stone and thorny desert shrubs. Don't compare to this.
Though more quietly, Skywise shares his young chief's giddy delight. But suddenly, Cutter is all silent alertness, unmoving as he strives to recapture a fleeting impression.
Do you feel it?
What?
Cutter does not answer. Puzzled, Skywise opens all his senses, searching for something. He does not know what. He does not know what. Then, like the lingering dew from a rain long past, it touches him.
You're here! Elves! True-shipper elves! I do feel it! Yes! The places are so old! So faint! Cutter, we've got to be careful! You could stumble right into a pocket of the Highlands' ancient magic gone bad, like the one that created Nabcoil.
I knew. There are human scents here too. The sounds and smells I don't recognize. But we can't let all that scare us off. Not now that we know our kinfolk once lived here.
Cutter and Skywise take to the trees, traveling through and in connecting branches as easily as they might walk a woodland path. Below, Night Runner and Surgeber keep pace with their elf friends as the four penetrate deeper into the thicket. There is little telling day from night. The sky remains overcast and occasionally rains, impeding the search. Skywise broods upon the enormity of their task, and in the vastness of this forest, clues to the whereabouts of the elves might easily be missed. But even more troubling is Cutter's growing listlessness.
Hold on!
His uncharacteristic impatience and loss of
Let me be! What's gotten into you?
I was only...
I don't need your help!
Here, let's rest a while and eat. Have some?
No. They don't agree with me much, I guess. Next day.
Skywise!
Cutter!
What is it? What's wrong?
I don't know. Something hurts. Skywise leads Cutter to a thick bed of moss growing by a stream.
Your skin's burning hot, and your hand. That bad water poisoned this blade.
Stupid squirrel. I hope it knocks his brains loose. I hope I knock his brains loose.
This is a fine time to be smiling.
Oh, I was thinking of Rain, the healer. Remember him?
Said what? Coulda. So would do.
His powers weren't nearly as great as Lada's, but his hands were cool, and he could sing pain away so softly. He had a sweet voice. Good boy.
Don't listen! His butt was nasty butt! Don't listen! They say if you hear or see the dead in a fever dream, you're too close to them.
I'll be alright.
You will. If I can find some whistling leaves for you to chew. You stay here by the stream. It's cool. A night runner will guard you. I'll be back soon. Cutter?
Have to find other elves.
Cutter!
Please, wait for me!
Run, Startupper, run!
Skywise recalls that whistling leaves used to grow in certain boggy areas near the hole. The slitting, fleshy greens were good for curing fevers, or so Rain the healer claimed. Skywise hopes that the Curitin leaves may be found in the unknown forest too, and quickly, for his young chief burns with a fire that mere water cannot quench, though thirsty. Huh? Worry what? Professor, I'm all right. Blackfell.
No.
It is Blackfell. Yes, it has to be. It's Bearclaw's wolf. But how can he possibly be here? The huge ebon wolf stares at Cutter with eyes like cold yellow half moons, and they calmly walk away. Wait! Where are you going? Are you real, or are you a spirit here to guide me on my quest? Whining piteously, Night Runner tries to restrain Cutter without hurting him, but the delirious elf fights stubbornly. His leather clothing tears in the old wolf's teeth. Night Runner can only follow us. Cutter staggers after what? A fever dream? A ghost? Or something more? Blackfell! Where are you? Better go enjoy life. You want me to go with you? Oh, mother, father, must I? It would be such a foolish way for me to die from a squirrel bite. Why my Lita could cure this in a blink of an eye. Yes, I have a life mate now, and 2 strong cubs. 2! I promised to return to them. The ghostly pair beckoned to him, but Bearclaw Jorlee, please understand. I can't go with you now. I can't. Blindly, Cutter stumbles away, and the compelling yet sinister vision. Torn by brambles, burning with fever, he is lost in the heart of the strange, dark woods. Light! His hand reaches out to an amber glow, and suddenly he is in the tunnel of the night, gazing across the endless, simmering sands. He knows his family waits for him beyond the mountains, and it seems to Cutter that the mountains are so much closer than he remembered. The sun blasts his small frame of the full forest into midday heat, but he refuses to turn back. Now he can see the village at Sorrow's End, and they have built a signal fire to guide him home. Detending the flames, her auburn locks shining. Lita! Her lovely dark skin aglow in the firelight. Lita! Lita! Ah! The human woman clutches her knife, squinting past the flames at the discovery the fallen intruder may be. The body is small, the hair long and soft as a child's. Perhaps it is a lost child, then weak and hungry, injured. Come, little one, I will help you. Hearing her scream, seeing her danger, the woman's mate rushes to the fire. He snatches up a flaming brand. Bravely, he faces the maddened wolf, waving his torch in his effort to frighten the huge beast away. Night Runner fights to reach Cutter. He would kill both humans in an instant if only the terrible fire did not blind his good eye so.
No! Take the young to the dwelling! Quickly! Back, you monster! Go away! Ha!
Burn, temporarily blind, in an agony, Night Runner flees.
I'd best keep watch tonight in case the beast returns. Huh? No! What happened?
He cut me! He cut me with that strange blade knife!
The man and woman stare at the elf in bewilderment.
He speaks our words, but strangely, I can barely understand him.
Don't come any closer.
Look at his eyes! This is no child, Nana.
Warily, Cutter edges his way around the humans, new moon drawn, threatening, ready to slash again at their slightest move. The stretched hide door covering is only a few steps away.
We must stop him! He is mad from sickness. He'll die alone in the forest.
Come here, you.
Captured by humans. For Night Runner, there is no choice but to try to outrace death.
Run, run, back, track, run, smell the way back. Back to cold, wet water. Take them off.
The thick man. Focusing on the problem at hand, Skywise not dwelled on worrisome thoughts of his chief.
Here's Sergeant Burr. Look, this looks like the place to find whistling leaves. Keep your ears pricked. The right little breeze can sometimes show you where they are. It's too bad all these trees cover up the stars. I could always hunt things better by starlight. Oh well, now this Cutter's safe with Night Runner.
There is such fear in your eyes, honored one. No need for the fear. I know who you are.
A more horrible nightmare could be dreamed into life. Cutter does not know what it might be. He wants to leap from the woman's arms, but he is too weak to move. The thick man scent unbearable, and it is made worse by the pain and the blazing within his infected body. Why don't they kill me? Humans always kill elves. Then, when they catch them, what's she doing? Never in his life has Cutter been closer with this than a sword's length by a human. Now he cringes as Nana brushes her wet fingers across his skin. Softly she fans him with the leaf, and the result, blessed coolness, relaxed the elf somewhat. Humans and non-humans share a silence that is pregnant with complex emotions. Cutter's every instinct warns him that he is in deadly peril, but the woman's smile is gentle, even loving, and the man seems merely puzzled, not full of hate. Again, the water and the fanning eases Cutter's discomfort. I didn't know humans could be kind.
Our folk were always good to my people, honored one. Oh, he's asleep again, poor little spirit.
No. Are you certain? I mean, is this really one up?
The bird spirit from the mountain? Of course he is. See the long tapered ears like wings? And here the four-fingered hands. Is it not just a...
just as I have shown you in the symbols?
This is all too strange for me.
Oh, Ada, what if he should die through some clumsiness of ours? Only spirits can heal their own.
You worry about that. I'll mend that door hide. That's something I can understand, at least.
The humans trade good-natured smiles, but they cannot help glancing nervously at their unconscious charge. Meanwhile...
Nothing! Whistling leaves. Ha! Can't recognize half these plants. I might as well... Oh. I might as well look for a single silver hair and a white wolf's coat. And the other half wouldn't cure a flea bite. Ah! Ooh, bugger nuts. I don't like this place, not at all.
Just as Skywise decides that it would be better to continue his search somewhere else,
Listen!
the anxious elf leaps from island to island in this quaking bog, until he locates the source of the faint whistling sound.
Hi ones, bless you, little breeze.
Quickly, Skywise collects some of the leaves, proudly displaying them to Starjumper.
What? Night Runner! What are you doing here? Wait, you're all burned! How could this have happened? Unless... Humans! Was it humans? They want blood! Blood!
No more need saying. The valiant old wolf leads Skywise back through the woods at a dead run. And finally...
So they have him here. So they have him in there. Wait here, Night Runner. I hope I see you again. I guess spirits don't appreciate the value of a good hide. There, that fixes it. Ah!
Skywise, don't kill Skywise!
What? You're out of your head!
Am I? Do as I say, let the humans be. Though Cutter is obviously ill and weak, the clear truth of ascending cannot be ignored. Reluctantly, Skywise sends Starjumper out of the room.
Another one, Nana. Next they'll be coming out of the cave walls.
I'm so glad to see you.
Did they hurt you? I'll cut them to our size if they did.
No, I don't understand it. But the woman, she gave me water. I'm still very hot, though. Cutter...
Here, you chew these up. They'll do the trick.
Cutter eats as many of the sour-tasting leaves as he can stomach. And soon he rises groggily to go outside.
What would you say? Stay still.
Not for a moment would Skywise consider his distrust of these and all other humans unfair. He has only to remember the grisly display of Wolf Rider skulls yellowing atop guitar's pillar of sacrifice, or the sharpened stake used on a tribe mate who later proudly bore his badge of survival, the name One Eye. And most painful of all, a sight burned into his infant brain when Skywise was just hours old. A raft oared by two young humans the darkness of the river, and his mother's tearful, frightened face receding in the mist. She gave him up to this swift current's mercy. The wolf riders found him, but of her there was never a trace. Since the High One's time it has been so, child torn from parent, friend from friend. Despite Cutter's words, Skywise cannot believe that things will ever change. The bearded tall one's scowl seems to prove enough. Adar is more than a little outraged at being bullied, threatened at his own home as a small adolescent. Silent. What is a small asset? Silent.
Nana! You have said I must be respectful, but bird spirit or not, I'll break him in two if he doesn't drop that knife. Try it.
Just then Cutter returns, and it is plain that he took a big shit. It is plain that his body has rid itself of much of the fever-inducing poison. It is also plain that he is furious. I've seen Night Runner. Did you burn him?
The wolf? I had to. I would have torn... I would have torn... He would have torn Nana and me to bits. You know that.
Old fears and hatreds die hard. The elf chieftain struggles to suppress thoughts of revenge. He speaks words that no wolf rider has ever spoken to a human before. I understand. You helped me earlier. I want to thank you. Not realizing the significance of Cutter's gratitude, the man and woman merely nod. Glancing past Nana's shoulder, Cutter's eye is caught by strange splashes of color on the far wall of a torch-lit chamber. What's back there? It is a room assembled, honored one. Would you and your brave guardsman like to see it? Well, brave guardsman, these humans aren't so bad.
I'd rather hate them.
As they entered the low-ceilinged room, Cutter and Skywise are struck by the sensation that they have discovered yet another place where a trace of ancient elfin magic linger. I wish my little Suntop were here right now. He could tell for sure if this room is shaped by elves long ago.
Elves that shaped rock like trees? Is that possible? I wonder, could those old shapers have been taught of the tribe that Sava's family came from?
So many questions, and the answers are lost amid the dim childhood memories of an immensely aged elf. Nana ushers the pair to vividly colored walls. My paintings are never poor compared to master symbol maker of your race, honored ones, but perhaps you will recognize your high mountain home here, as I have shown it. You see, I have painted a flight of the giant bird soaring above the blue peaks. And between each bird's wings rides a gallant bear. Where is this mountain? You test me? I have not forgotten. Many days' walk it is beyond the woods, beyond the valley of endless sleep. You must follow the setting sun until the tall blue peaks come into view. But you have not come to take me back there, have you, bird spirits? Please do not part me from Adar. Us? Not. Why, no. We've been away from the mountain for a long time. Haven't we, Skywise? Sure.
Spirit business, you know. Very secret.
In fact, we've been gone so long that we've forgotten what life was like back the mountain was like. Are we much different from our kinfolk who dwell from there? Only in size. You seem smaller than they are. Well, long journeys do that to spirits. Gunner Riley explains. But we plan to go home. Barely able to contain their excitement, the elves know they have discovered the greatest clue yet.
Skywise, it makes sense. These humans would be talking about elves that are allied like birds with birds. Just as we are with wolves. Wolves. If only we could be sure. I don't know, Cutter. Humans are wicked and cruel. They lie. We'd be fools to trust them. That's the past talking.
That's the past talking. The humans who plagued us and the hate were never full of hate. We're full of hate. But those two aren't. Don't worry, my eyes are open. But the woman did help me, and now she's put lead the other children of the High Ones. The trail grows warmer, my friend. We'll rest here till my strength comes back, and then we'll see what we can find. Meanwhile,
Look at your daughter down up for us.
this is I protected. When she sprouts fur in its tail, I'll begin to worry.
Why, this top like a spell on the trail.
Why, what's bothering Suntop? Have you ever seen him look so odd? You'd think he'd been struck by the sun.
He's just got his magic feeling again.
Is that what's troubling you, Masa?
No, it's Sava. I knew she went out again today, but something's wrong. She can't come back.
What's happened?
Come quickly.
Heads turn as Sava's handmaiden Audrey rushes from her hut. The circular room of audience is dark. The light born of Sava's energy no longer shines behind her throne. Great sun! She's all but completely left her body.
Bring her back here. Oh, please, bring her back.
This is not just an injury, Audrey. I haven't the power to call back a spirit that has taken flight of its own accord. Slowly, purposefully, Suntop climbs onto the Mother of Memory's lap. He flings his tiny arms around her venerable shoulders and presses his forehead against hers. The anxious crowd filling the room hardly dares breathe, for fear of disturbing whatever deep communications exists between sensitive child and his motionless mentor. For a long time, Suntop is unnaturally still. Lita quells the urge to pluck him away from Sava and shake the life back into him.
Mother. Mother!
By coupling?
I went to see Sava, Mother. It's dark there and scary. She's trying to get back. I tried to help her find her way, but it'll take her a long time. She's so tired.
I begged her to leave us, off ourselves for a while. Ever since Cutter went away, she's been obsessed and guarding him somehow. Just before she went out, she said something about evil that touched her, something that Cutter must not find. I could not stop her. She had to learn what the dagger is.
tell Father what Sava sees. I mean feels. I'm gonna warn him.
What?
Get your telescope, cop!
No, Tree Stump. Only Father.
Fine. No, Tree Stump. Only Father. It's on my head and it won't come out till we're with him.
But we don't know where he is.
Someone knows where he will be. We still have time to get there.
Pleads Suntop.
I can show you the way. Oh, Mother, please.
Many eyes are on Lita as she tries to soothe her children's distress. Her earlier words haunt her. I was afraid to go with Cutter, afraid. Now it seems she has no choice but to seek her life mate in a land where fearsome than any legend she knows. And soon, sunset's orange fire dimly illuminates the sandstone caves where the wolf riders prepare for a hazardous but necessary journey.
Your tanning skills are still unmatched.
Look at these brown-skinned rabbits. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Always talking. No one ever just does anything around here.
Have a little something, Strongbow! With Sava beyond their reach, leaving from the Sunfolk, have everything set up! Indeed, Lita is very much aware of her people's consternation as she bids a silent farewell.
How can you leave Mother of Memory in this state, Healer? Her spirit drifts in a place without time or light. She exhausted herself for your life mate's sake. You cannot desert her now.
I cannot help her, Audrey. Neither I nor Suntop can restore Sava's spirit to her body. But at least we can heed the warning that she spent her strength to bring us. It is Cutter who needs us now, for we can help him. We must. Outside Sava's hut, Sunsetzer strives to reason with the Sun Village. The Mother of Memory has told us through Audrey that things evil lies at Cutter's path. Something that we must not find. My daughter chooses to go with her life mate's aid. We have a right to hinder her. Only Suntop can locate his father quickly enough to deliver the warning in time. The secret of that danger is locked within the child's mind. Only when father and son reunite can the evil be revealed. Unconvinced, the villagers pursue Lita and her family as they walk to the Wolf Rider caves.
No! Don't leave us, Healer! What if someone is injured while you are gone?
Let the Wolf Riders take Cutter's son to him.
No! The Wolf Riders must stay too! There are hunters will be under the protectors!
Much of this is my fault. By soothing every little hurt with a touch or a word, I have encouraged my people to depend too much upon me. We are all weaker for it. Lita's last doubt fades. She knows now where her duty truly lies as she joins her armed, leather-clad escorts.
We're ready to go! And may the High would guide us as never before!
Wait, Lita, please! What if those human creatures come again? What if mountain lions attack us again? Rayek used to guard the village before the wolf riders took the place. Without them, we are defenseless.
No, you won't.
I'm going to stay and teach you to fight for yourselves.
Dart! The young elf bravely faces a scowling strongbow.
Father, I want to do this. I have to. I grew up here in Sorrow's End.
You, a spindling half-grown youth, will be a chief hunter and protector? Oh, we are lost! Suddenly, a strange, hoarse voice growls at the village.
That spindly youth is my son! And he's worth a lot of you put together! He can teach you to hunt and to fight! It's your eyes if you're too fancy to
I do! You're wasting your time on these shivering fawns. But it's your decision. Just remember, you're a wolf rider. Don't ever forget where you came from.
Don't worry about your people, Lita. Even if your journey takes you away for many seasons, the village will have a healer. My father, Rain, had powers similar to yours. In this little one coming lay flow again. I have sensed it. Rain Song, you are a wonder. See, Rain, Chandler is going to lead us. Oh, Lita, will we ever see you again? I hope so, my little sister. No, do not hint that something might happen. I couldn't bear it. Hush now. First Rayek, and now you, my kitling. This goes against the very purpose of the village. I must go, Mother. I cannot return to the half-awake life I led before Cutter came to me. He is life, and this is my awakening. With time passing, many change has taken place. Death has ended some old bonds between elf and wolf, while birth has created new ones. But one shared joy remains constant, the howl. Yet the Sunfolk are not joyful. Their farewells are muted by the hesitant concerns for their travelers' safety minglings, with an unpleasant feeling of apprehension. Forgive me, my people, if our leaving distresses you. Please wish us a safe journey and pray we find Cutter in time. There was no safety for our kind somewhere but in Sorrow's End, and no peace for Lita anywhere but with Cutter. He has given her a taste of the bittersweet nectar of risk. I doubt that we shall see her again until she has drained the cup. Deep among the human shadows of the ancient moss-garland forest, a hovel that is part cave, part hollow tree serves as home for two solitary humans, Nana and Adar. Emanated from the humble dwelling of faint, magical aura, unmistakably elven magic. Cutter, chief of the Wolf Riders, is fascinated by the evidence of his his ancestors' travels. How did you and your mate come to live here all alone, Nana. The human shyly lowers her eyes, embarrassed by the elf's steady, penetrating gaze. We are exiles from the tribe of Obar the Mountain Tall. He told us we could live in the deep forest as long as we never came back to the village again. When we found the place, I liked it at once. It reminded me somewhat of the mountain where my tribe lived to serve the bird spirits. Spirits like you, honored one. Does she mean elves? Bird riders? Skywise and I must find the mountain. While Nana speaks amiably enough with Cutter, her mate Adar has difficulty communicating with the spirits.
Oh, I know you're there! Answer me! I won't go in till you do! Well, what is it? Nana says you bird spirits can work magic. It says you speak animal language and never age. Well then, tell me what good will come to me if I worship you. Huh? Yes,
Continues Adar.
if I make the proper sacrifices and please you with songs of praise, will you grant a favor? Not for me, for Nana? What do you want? This part of our home has been This part of the forest has been our home for as many snows as I have fingers. I don't mind never seeing my tribesfolk. They can go fish up a tree for all I care. But Nana is lonely. She doesn't complain, but I know she'd like to have people around her again. Can you do something about it? We have nothing to do with humans. Oh? Seems to me you have everything to do with Nana, especially since she helped your companion when he was sick, but maybe you're too high above us to be grateful.
Later, Cutter and Skywise refresh themselves in the cold, clear water of a secluded pond. So, Nana told me her mate found her by following a long river that flows by his village, down enough to the Valley of Endless Sleep. Whatever that is. Anyway, the river led Adar right to the foot of the spirit of the bird spirit's mountain. Humans always call our kind spirits or demons, don't they? Just think, if Nana's bird people are elves, means they've lived in peace with her tribe for a number of moons without number.
Owl pellets.
Then how do you humans and elves can't live together?
Then how do you explain Nana?
Mood madness, bad food, who knows?
I think we should help those two humans get back to their village. The sooner we find that river, the sooner we can follow it to the bird spirits.
What?
That did it! That fear burned up your brains! Help you! Walk right into a nest of them? Why not take New Moon and cut off your own head? It's the same thing!
Come on. That's just the way Bearclaw used to talk. Humans know things that are important to our quest, and if we're clever and careful, we can learn more. Skywise stares at his chief friend, and for the first time he realizes that it is that sets Cutter apart from Bearclaw from all the past Wolf Riders chieftains is his imagination, and the ability not only to accept change, but to take advantage of it. Meanwhile, white-hot claws of lightning slash off at the distant horizon, briefly outlining the billowing thunderheads that the tower is vastly night sky. Leader has witnessed storms of such ferocity before, but always from the snug confines of her sturdy hut. Never in the nowhere with no shelter in sight. Don't be afraid, Mother. I'm not. And neither is Top Liquor. That way, Mother.
Turn that way and we'll get lost!
You know what those was? His Glowstone? No, we're not headed by the same ground that we land on Sorrow Land. Where's the Bears? I wonder.
He said something about her, but I don't much care where we're going. Anything better than this treeless waste. Besides, it'll be good to see Cutter again.
If I ever do see him again, why not if? Tree stumps uncertainty is shared by all. But Cutter and Skywise, unaware that their fellow tribe mates have said to find them, have agreed to help the banished human couple rejoin the tribe of Olbar, the mountain tall. Nana looks back wistfully at her home of many years, but Adar is filled with fierce confidence and mounting anticipation.
That is well. That is swell. Damn it. Sorry.
This is well.
That is well. The Bone Woman will have to back down and accept us once she sees we're under the protection of good spirits.
Bone Woman?
My tribe's shaming us.
My tribe's shaming. Shaming us.
My line, you foolish ignorant.
She spoke against me when I came before Olbar to prevent Nana as my bride. The Bone Woman said Nana was an outsider from a land of evil demons. It didn't help matters that Nana was a symbol maker. The shaman has convinced my chief that I had brought bad magic into the village. I'm sure Olbar still listens to that old hag. She knows how to play on his fears.
Suddenly, Adar stops short, glancing around with puzzlement.
This wood is always so cursed dark, and the old paths I used to know are changed, overgrown. It's been a long time. I'm not sure of the way. I am.
The lodestone spins to a stop. I mean, its left side facing sun goes down the direction in which Adar's village lies.
It's magic!
Though his mistrust of humans is still very deep, Scott is secretly pleased that his treasured talisman inspired such awe.
Yes, magic of a very special kind. The lodestone knows where we want to go, and it will guide us there without fail.
Nana nods and smiles unquestioningly, for her faith in spirits is absolute. So a woodland trek for many days begins. The journey is strenuous one for the humans as they try to keep pace with their seemingly tireless elfin guides. When Nana and Adar must sleep, the two elves wolf nap, keeping alternate watches for night prowling predators. It is strange. We can never be friends with humans, yet here we are protecting them. After an 8 of days passes, the greater moon has gone through this cycle.
Thank you, spirits. I recognize these tall trees. I'm sure I can find my village now without the aid of your magic stone. Good, then we'll follow you. Frightened?
Not now. Not that the general bird spirits are watching over us, and you beside me. The man and woman travel on, sustaining themselves with small game and sour shrub berries.
Have our little helpers abandoned us, Nana? Where are they?
In the trees. Where else would bird spirits be? Suddenly,
By the river god's tail! I got it in the paw! What killed the beast? Look! 2 arrows!
The bird spirit stars are charmed. They never miss their mark.
Slap you.
Listen! They call their wolf companions to feast on the kill.
Nana. Let's leave them to feed in peace. We'll thank the spirits later.
By late afternoon, the way-worn couple come to the edge of the forest where women from Adar's village bend to their customary tasks. Oh, who are they?
Why? It's Adar and his outlander woman. They've come back!
With seeming fearlessness, the 2 exiles stride into the village.
I am Adar, son of Tolf the Wood Cleaver. My wife Nana and I have come here seeking an end to our unjust banishment.
Before Adar could say more, a hideous shriek bends the air. With a grotesque figure bursts through the throng. The bone woman.
Rattle, rattle, clack, clack. Rattle, rattle, clack. Rattle, clack, clack. Rattle, clack.
Like sparks to dry leaves, the shamaness's words ignite her people's hate. But as the frenzied crowd closes in, demon lovers, take them! The piercing sound of hunting horns distracts the would-be executed. It is Olbar!
It is Olbar!
Now, outcasts! You are truly doomed!
He stands a full head taller than his tallest warrior. His chest is as broad as that of the flatland bull hose hide he wears, and his eyes are as hard as flint arrowheads.
So, Adar, it seems exiling, or has your woman conjured demons to tend you all this time? I do not deny that the spirits commune with Nana. Then you must know your return here means your death. We gambled on your wisdom, my chief. It is not wise to destroy those whom the good spirits favor. There is no such thing as a good spirit. I know.
Please listen, great chief. I swear to my life's blood that I mean no harm. Like the weather or the mighty river, the spirits I serve can be as terrible as they are beautiful. But they are good. We cannot deny them, any of them. Of us.
Do not be deceived.
Do not be deceived, Olbar! This childless one does not know her place. She dares to make symbols like a man. And such a symbols as strange evils. Look! The tools of her vile cross are in his pouch. These are weak and foul magic. Their tongues are very sweet, but their hearts are full of poison. No one kill them.
Olbar is large and powerful. but so are his fears. His heart holds no sympathy for ways to believe different from his own.
No more talk. The bone woman speaks true. Outcasts, you must die. Slay them, warriors. Slay the... By the falling death water. You want some of this.
Human eyes bulge. Human mouths gape at the eerie sight of Cutter and Skywise mounted on their huge wolves.
Oh, the spirits! Arrows!
Hear me, humans. You must allow Nana and Adar to dwell among you, for they have earned the bird spirit's eternal favor. Harm them, and the spirits will take terrible revenge. Accept these 2 exiles into your tribe, and good fortune is yours.
Well played. Now can we leave?
Be patient, Skywise. We're not through yet. This meat of the forest we give you is a token of our good faith.
Good faith. Whew. How long can we keep spouting this swamp food?
I command you, beast ear demons! Turn your cousin evil eyes away from us!
Is it so?
Can't be. Trolls aren't even that ugly. Stop, Wump.
Stop, woman! Have you gone mad? Would you bring the wrath of all the spirit world upon us?
Who rules you humans? That bag of rattling bones or over the great mountain tall?
I am Omar!
Then tell your people to accept Nana and Adar, now and forever.
I will!
No, Adar! Drive the beast ear, runs away!
Silence, old one! You forget that I have been to the Forbidden Grove. I have tasted the spirit's vengeance once, and that was enough.
But these are the more ancient of evil stock than the little winged ones!
Forbidden Grove? Little winged ones? Huh? There's more here to learn than I thought.
Oh. Stay, good spirits. Honor my humble village with your presence. Tomorrow we will make a great feast from your gift of sacred meat.
Yes, human, that would please us. After 10 nights of hard traveling and 10 days of hiding from the sun beneath a heavy silken blanket,
Yes, we need big rocks before sunset! Chase them!
I am up! 7,000 seasons ago! But also a different part of them in a different place. Inside the tent, the wolf riders eat and drink sparingly of their dwindling supplies.
If only Santa could tell us more about where we're going. We've got to get out of this desert soon. The car can't really understand what it's like.
Oh. The cow can't really understand what it's like to suffer in this wilderness.
So, well, let's That's the wawa. And then your father let us watch it. Let us for 3 days. Through the heat of death, and we give up. Even if it melted us ready to. Ow! Sorry. Oh! Look over there! There's a little cave in the cliff, cries Amber. Here we go! Watch for snakes! Ew! There's no snakes in here, Chase Up! But I'm sure it smells something! He sends for others to share Amber's discovery. Stop! What happened? Bound! Here's a fine-looking one! See? And here are more of her mother, look! Transfixed, Lita barely hears her daughter. This is an elf skull, and it has been bare of flesh for only a few years. Suddenly, Suntap tingles with his special awareness. Mother! These rocks are moved by magic! I feel it! Moved by magic? Only one elf I ever knew could lift objects by the power of his will alone. As Lita tenderly replaces the pathetic remains of the small tomb, the wolf riders cannot help but feel some sympathy and even a little regret. Come, Suntop, Ember. It's time to go now. Time to go. Compelled by a sense of urgency which he cannot begin to explain, Suntop guides the rescue party with single-minded purpose. All through the night, the elven band travels at a steady pace, hugging the cliff face, noting how the sheer wall of rock grows gradually more jagged and tumbled. And finally, through there, Mother! That's where we have to go! Woo!
I've seen Salva's powers, and I believe in them. But I'd sure like to know what this evil thing is we're supposed to save Cutter from.
The narrow gorge winds through the rock sloping ever upward. Lita's heart is gripped by wrenching, voiceless fear, for she knows that very soon she must face the terror of the legendary green growing place, the land of humans. Meanwhile, the dawn-lit village of over the mountaintop bustles with preparations for a brand new feast in honor of the bird spirits. Well, this must be the place of high one, of the high place. Of the spirit high place. Here, we must pay with homage for our offerings. The sacred deer is roasting with all due care and ceremony in an open fire pit. Excitement and apprehension both vie for a dominance in people's hearts. The spirits are beautiful. I've never seen their like. But truly I'm afraid to see them again. Shush. Honey dear. The boobs. Look at the cat's face. By midday, the village is ready to receive its other orderly visitors. Olbar summons with a blast from his hunting horn.
Will they come, Nana?
Of course, they promised.
I hope so. For our sakes.
After long moments of tense waiting, the spirits appear. Their large, mysterious eyes burn like cold flame as they ascend the high place. Again, the humans are overcome with awe as they see their oldest legend come to life. Celebration begins. Alvar's warriors display their strength and agility in a wild dance. Drums and rattles provide driving rhythms, while high-pitched voices sing in praise of bountiful forest and the ever-flowing river. To Cutter and Skywise, the human's rite is in many ways a travesty of festivities once held by the Sunfolk in honor of the Wolf Rider's arrival. The dancing is heavy-footed and awkward compared to elfin delicacy. The music is dissonant to sensitive, pointed ears. And yet, for all the age-old and justified resentment of humans, the tall ones, who are so strangely diverse in appearance and so violently unpredictable in temperament, Cutter and Skywise observe that a smile is a smile and a touch is a touch among humans and elves alike. For his part, Olbar cannot tear his eyes away from these ghostly, pale-haired beings who seem to be bathed in a moon-cool radiance, even in broad daylight.
Their power is very great. It draws me to them. But why? They are no bigger than children. And yet when I look at them, I am the child.
You see, Olbar is seduced by the dark magic of these beast-earned ones. We will bring evil to us all at his weakness. But I were to deal with these demons, how I would make them bow to me. That charm, the white-haired one, wears about his neck. It is the source of all their power, I'm sure of it. With that magic stone, I can work wonders. Get it for me, thief! Steal me the demon's talisman of power, and I will reward you.
How?
I will give you back the thing your place in the tribe, and warriors fear in your name.
My name! I killed to regain it!
Unaware of the Bone Woman's plan, Skywise is nevertheless ready and eager to depart.
I've had enough, Cutter. There's nothing for us here.
Maybe you're right, my friend. Human, you and your people have done the spirit's honor. But now we must leave.
Leave?
Yes, Nana and Adar have a promise to fulfill. Isn't that so?
Yes, and gladly. We will show you the great river. Hurry, before they spill away into the forest. This potion will take away your sin. These human gods will not betray you. Those wolf gods will not betray you. Go and be successful if you value your life.
Hear me, spirits. Because you depart, only you can grant the favor I ask.
Another favor. Is there no end to them?
Wait, I say! Olbar's impetuous command is instantly overridden by two most persuasive arguments. Beware, human. You must not follow us. Only Nana and her mate have that privilege. The drums still beat, the singing still soars, drowning the faint rustling of leaves.
You crazy scavenger dog! My hand!
Oh.
My hand! My hand! You humans have... Next time it'll be something more vital. You humans have too many fingers anyway.
Clutching his thumbless hand, the thief flees into the wood, with Knight's runner and Starjumper snapping at his heels.
You alright? He tried to steal the lodestone. Why didn't we send him coming, Cutter? I don't know.
That war-ridden pig feast! Sorry. I should have killed him long ago! No more! He has no name! I took it away from him! But wasn't that your brother, Chief? No more! He has no name! I took it away from him!
Adar gasps, wondering what crime would merit a punishment worse than death.
Forgive this insult, gentle spirits. Do not take revenge upon my people.
We are angry, but we will forgive. If you keep your promise to Nana, to treat Nana and Adar well. And remember, adds Cutter, don't trust the Bone Woman. She's a crooked old weasel for, and now for her own good. The river thrashes in the rocky bed, restless and foam white. Adar must shout to be heard above the roaring water.
The Valley of Endless Sleep lies that way, and far beyond it, the blue mountain where I found Nana. The quickest way to get to the valley is to climb down the cliffs where the death water falls. It's very dangerous, but I did it, and I'm not even a spirit. Vines like these helped me make my descent long ago. If they held me, it's certain they'll hold you.
What a pity that you do not have great barn birds to ride. But no matter. You will walk safely in the valley. It holds danger only for foolhardy men, not for bird spirits.
Cutter nods, wishing with continuous deception of this kind the trusting humans was not necessary.
Adar's tribe has accepted me and you, commanded. As you commanded, I am happy.
But you look sad.
Oh, it is just that you are both so fair, like the dawn. Besides, we are no better than chorus of clumsy toads.
No long ago Cutter might have agreed, but now, no. You are the first humans to touch us with love instead of hate. We are different, but I see no ugliness in you. While the elves take their leave of Nana and Adar, the Bone Woman tends the thief's wounds in the secret meeting place.
Keep chewing that rock root. It will take away the pain and make you feel strong. I tell you, thief, each bone I rolls has a memory, and the odors of that whispers to me, beware the beast, earned one that will be a downfall. They have already turned over against me. Very well then, if Oba refuses my counsel, let him be me chief no more. You will take his place if you give me the demon's charm of power. Do not fail this time, or you will be dead.
And what is the one who cost me my thumb?
Kill him! Kill them all if they can't be killed! They need to feel their fellow spirit revenge! Why true without magic stone?
be chief in Obar's place. Swear it!
On my oath!
Once again, the crafty bone woman anoints the thief with her scent-stealing potion.
Go! You will find the demons somewhere near the river.
Oh, sorry.
Aye, and when I've destroyed them, you cooking frog, I may just keep the magic stone for myself.
The raging rapids plunge abruptly over a sheer precipice, crashing into a bed of jagged rock far, far below.
Deathwater! I can see now why the humans chose that name. It's quite a climb. You'd better not look down while we're doing it, Cutter.
Think I plan to? Save your voice and sand, it's easier. What about Nolan and Stageber? They can't follow us this way. Maybe they can take a longer way around. Meet us later in the valley. Night Runner? Grrr.
Snap.
Night Runner, why?
Slowly the sad truth dawns.
He's worn out, Skywise. Night Runner won't be traveling with us anymore. My first wolf. These old bones ache, don't they? And your coat is dull and dry. Eyes are bad. Oh, Night Runner!
The language of touch and scent speaks a more meaningful farewell as they screw than sending possibly could. Night Runner does not know that he may never see or screw his elf friend again, for his thoughts never fly beyond the needs of the moment. And the old wolf knows that he is tired and that the nearby forest beckons him to rest in its cool and shadowy depths, never to screw again.
Night Runner's going away. You'll miss him, won't you? Stageber, as much as I'd miss Cutter if... Go on. I understand. Wolf. They're both going? Yes. Stageber's still strong. He can look after Night Runner, hunt for him until... He dies! No. Yes.
It is the way, in order of things, to be accepted with sadness but not despair, for it is a good way, unchanged since the first bonding of the wolf and elf.
Luck is with me. The beasts will not be here to protect their demon masters. I must be swift. The demons make ready to descend the cliffs. You're freaking lying.
There now. This should hold 8 of us easily. Good. Good. Let's get going. We're still too near the humans to suit me.
Now, frost-haired ones, you will pay for maiming my hand.
I can see Blue Mountain. Something tells me our quest will soon be done.
A deadly stone for a demon, and so a magic stone for me.
The sling whirls at the same time at the far side of the Valley of Endless Sleep. Don't worry, little cub. We'll soon be on our way.
No! This isn't the
sorry, plate. We can't stay here. It's dangerous.
Gently, Suntop, be calm. We're all tired. We need the rest, and Choplicker's hungry. He needs meat. Look inside there, Strongbow! Oh, look inside that bird, Strongbow! Oh! Think of why you can get him! Think you can get him?
Is he alright, Lita?
He's exhausted, Moonface. Sava's warning is a terrible burden for one so young. Well, a full belly ought to cheer him up. Look, Strongbow. Look, Suntop. Strongbow will get us an evening meal. Then we can continue our search for your father.
Think you can get him? Huh.
He wasn't kill that bird!
Two missiles fly through the deadly accuracy, head toward their unwitting targets, and unearthly strike home.
What? Skywise! Foolish demon, look to your own life. The thief.
Lightning swift, Cutter swirls and draws his sword, just as the stone hurtles full force at his unprotected head. Greedily the thief lunges toward Skywise's still form. Away!
Away, demon!
The magic stone is mine! Growling like an angry wolf. Oh my god. Cutter gropes with his unjured hands and his fallen weapon. As though weightless, the agile Welchiefin leaps clear the human's vaulting club. Hard! But as Cutter slashes in turn, ha! The Bone Woman's medicine gives you speed, match yours!
Ha! The Bone Woman's medicine gives me speed to match yours, demon. Soon I will have all your powers, and you will lie as still as your companion.
You like to kill, do you, human? So do I, when I must. You are meat to be wasted. Your blood will fall on bare rock.
And nourish nothing.
Towering above his diminutive form, the thief roars with incredulous mirth. You would stick me with your single spine, little quill pig? Ah! I could wear you in place of my lost thumb. Are these the mighty spirits I was taught in my youth to fear? Legends lie! Bah! You can die! You have blood, and it flows as red as any beast's. Before this day is done, I shall be the greatest chieftain of all! And I will have a new name! They will call me Spirit Slayer! You farted. You killed me.
Hello!
You made it, you humans. You made it easy for me, human! Cutter watches impassively as the dying man staggers back toward the ledge. The thief falls, and his arms fly out, his fingers clutch, reflect ivory. and he is left hanging reflectively. And he is left hanging between life and death upon the cold ledge of stone. My must have magic stone. No! Let go! It's mine! No! For a terrible moment, human and elf share one fear, one fate, and then with chance to laugh. Oh, sorry. The man of any bad strikes one of the banishing. But Skywise, very much alive, feels the withered root giving way, even under his slight weight. Grab the bone! I'll grab! My arm won't work! A sick, dizzy feeling sweeps over Cutter as a fear of heights wells within him. Hang on! Hang on, Fred! Help me! I'm coming! Don't move! I'll get you!
Crickle crack.
Shot and pain begins to conquer Skywise. Wake up! You've got to stay alive, man! That's it! Hold on to me! I'll pull us both up! No good. He can't do it. Gotta keep one arm to keep him from slipping off my back. But how can I move this way? Curse you, humans! Curse your last one of your murdering souls! And curse me! Too! For trusting in you! What? The vine! It's moving! Someone's pulling us up! Is it Adar? I pray it is! We're in no shape to take on another thief!
Well, now, is it Olimar included in your cursed little spirit? If so, what a pity. After all, it is my cursed hands that aid you now. How lucky you are that I found the courage to follow you against your command. But wait, I think I'll just let you dangle there a bit.
The giant human intent is unguessable. The giant human's intent is unguessable.
Why don't you fly to save yourselves, bird spirits? Can it be that you have no real powers? That perhaps you were not spirits at all? If I cut this vine, I think perhaps you will fall and drown.
Moments pass, measured by the pounding of two agonized elfin hearts. Until...
But then you could not answer my questions, could you?
Placing the elf safely on the ledge, Olvar stares at them long and silently before it speaks.
What are you? You are not immortal. You feel pain and fear death, as we do. Yet you look so strange. How funky is that? There are ancient tales of beings like you who once ruled the forest. I've always feared the spirits, but sorry. You are not spirits, men. You are not spirits, men, children, or beasts. Answer me truly. What are you?
No human has ever bothered to ask. We have no answer from you. What you call us doesn't matter. It only matters that humans never needed to fear or hate us.
I will remember. But if only you were spirits, you could grant the favor I tried to ask earlier. My daughter, Selah. She ran away from away to the Forbidden Grove with a youth I despised. When my hunters and I gave chase, we were driven from the grove by an angry swarm of the tiny winged spirits who dwell there. To this day, I have not seen my girl child again. I had hoped that you could enter the Winged One's domain safely and discover what became of her.
Maybe we can. Encouraged, Olbar points to a thick clump of trees rising from the patchy wooden areas of the valley. There lies the
Forbidden Grove. No one goes there, for it's a cursed place, as deadly as a spider's web is to a fly.
Cutter and Skywise nod, gazing at the distant blue peaks, which are their ultimate goal. Later,
Nana's right. With bones as fragile as those, you must be related to birds. Farewell, then, little bird bones.
Olbar has touched up spirit, and he feels his fears melt away. Skywise has been touched by a human.
Perhaps soon I will have a daughter again.
And he has survived the experience. There is one final farewell. Answered one final time. Then,
Skywise! There it is, Skywise! The rest of our journey has to be as soft as Moonshine's finest leather.
the Valley of Endless Sleep is a place of deep green silences. Only those who walk without breaking the silence are welcome here. There.
Broccoli.
Oh. We're 2 nights closer to Blue Mountain, but the nearer we get, the less Cutter seems to care. He misses Night Runner, but it's more than that.
Still far away, obscured by the trees, lies the Blue Mountain Peak, where the elven pair hope to find others of their own kind. Though there has never been much need for words between them, Skywise knows that his friend's heavy heart needs cheering.
Look! The 2 stars I gave you and Lena on your joining night. They're right overhead.
They seem far apart.
But always together.
Yes. It's good to know that Lita and the cubs are in Sorrow's End. She was wise not to come with me on this quest.
And I suppose that makes me a fool.
If you hadn't grabbed that root when you fell, if you had drowned in the death water, I don't know what
You would have marched right up to the bird spirits and announced yourself with your sword. Luckily, I'm still here to make apologies for my chief, who still has a foul disposition and the manners of a troll.
Charles, get him and
Like swift rabbits, the elves dart through the concealing undergrowth. Silence is broken by their careless laughter.
Whoa, wait!
Oh, you're lying. This is the place to...
This is the place the giant human chief told us about. The giant human chief told us about, isn't it? What did he say? As deadly as a spider's web is to a fly.
The forbidden pool! Oba claimed his daughter when it never came out. I wonder what really happened to him. That he's so afraid of the woods. We owe him a favor. Want to go in and look for the human girl? Might as well.
No, it is probably a waste of time. My bad. Now I know why the humans cause this to valley of endless sleep. It's so quiet and still, you can't even feel the night breeze. But you can feel.
But you can't feel these sticker spider nets. They're all over.
The humans steal through the forbidden grove as soundlessly as only wolf riders can. Everywhere they look, streamers of gossamer webbing hang from the trees, shimmering in the starlight.
Look! Coconuts on! Look! Cocoons! Too many are there to count! What kind of insect spins through like this?
No spider or caterpillar I ever heard of. Let us guess you're curious, aren't you? Alright, let's cuddle up and see what it holds.
Weasels! They trap live creatures and cocoons! Keep the blood fresh!
Looks like. But why is there so much meat here and none of it is eaten? All the cocoons are perfectly unbroken. Perfect, unbroken, see? It's weird.
More than weird. Weird are these web weavers. What are they?
Skywise, remember what Olbai said? He got chased away with the winged spirits when he duty meant? What do you think he meant? Skawa? Hurts. You sit here and rest a while. I'll do a little more exploring.
Alright. It's peaceful enough. You shouldn't get into too much trouble without me. And I am tired.
Moments later, Tanner's needles. What could be inside this one? It's so big. Yeah. This sticky stuff is thicker than honey. A wolf cub.
Yap.
Where did you come from?
Sniffle wine.
You're a friendly little one. Well fed, too. Your pet can't have abandoned you for too long ago. Night Runner wasn't much bigger than you when he and I first bonded. Cutter nuzzles the cub's soft fur and suddenly
But all the children of the higher ones, that this government doesn't. Oh my God! Instantly, the young chief whirls and dashes back to Skywise. My nose has never lied to me before, but this is too crazy to believe. Undoubtedly, Skywise would say the same of his own strange predicament if he were awake.
No! Stop quiet, half Good for you, see? Oh, look! Can't play with that stuff! Stop going all over! It's good enough! Pedaling knows! Pedaling say so! We do! This the quiet high thing very important. It goes with other ones. I have to make rest of. We do!
What are you doing, you greedy little... Mama. Get out of here!
Flesh! Nasty bad high thing!
Gotcha! You spit those webs on me again and I'll crack you like a snail shell.
I think it's quite pedaling! Try!
Cutter squeezes the tiny creature with all his might. Ugh! Your skin is as tough as thick leather. Ow! Stop it! Or I'll pull this one's wings off! The threat works.
Oh, poor pedaling. Oh, don't pull. We eat some gooseberries. We fetch for you. Nice high thing.
Tell your friends to leave us alone and maybe you'll keep your wings.
Go away! Pedaling say so.
So those are the cocoon spinners?
What?
Reluctantly, the fleet of multicolored beings abandoned their captor's companions, hiding... Cover your mouth! Oh, sorry. Among the trees.
Well, now you know who mucked up the woods with all this goo.
Yes. Yes.
But it looks like you brought me another mystery. Where do you find the cub?
That doesn't matter. What a whiff of his fur. Take a whiff of his fur.
And tell me if I'm crazy.
Tell me if I'm crazy.
Amber?
It's true. You, Petalwing. Tell what you know about this cub. No tricks!
No tricks! First off, yep, high thing. First off, yep thing. Come 2 dogs ago. Come with other high things. 2 little, 1 big.
Others like me? Where are they?
Rope down!
Yeah! Fuck!
God damn it. That little bug thing talks a lot, but doesn't say much, eh, Cutter? Cutter?
Hey!
He runs as though Mad Coil were once more at his heels. God can barely keep up with this chief, who has become suddenly possessed.
He's gone out of his head. A wall of fire wouldn't stop him now. But where is he going?
Cutter has neither time nor patience to explain his actions. Abruptly he stops, tenses, tests the surrounding with every keen elfin sense at his command.
He's sending. Does he believe Petalwing's babbling?
Faintly, from the tangled darkening ahead comes a faltering, unskilled response. It is enough.
No! Don't cut that off! Not anything!
Go away, bug. The grim sword tone of Cutter's command
silences the pugnacious spirit. Sprite. Drink it up. With the most delicate care, he slices through the glossy threads. Strand by strand, New Moon uncovers that which cut. It's alright, Lita. Skywise knows my soul name. He's always known it. Of course! Brother Noah played. I should have guessed. What about your arm? What happened?
Trollworts and lizard skins, Lita! My arm can wait! What are you doing here?
The single simple question releases a flood of excited confusion. It is the sweetest music Cutter has ever heard. And Cutter of dearly loved voices and feel of his family nearness. The sight of wide-eyed, flushed face and the burden of a perilous journey dissolve into pearls of joyous laughter. Through Lita and the twins are still learning the art of sending, Cutter and Skywise are able to help them call forth images of their recent ordeal. The wolf riders came out of the desert and camped by the banks of the narrow river that sliced through the valley. A huge soaring bird with a wingspan as wide as 6 wolves that nose to tail provided unexpectedly bounty with the meat-hungry elves. No one could understand why Suntop begged Strongbow not to shoot the creature down. As wolves and riders feasted on the warm, pale meat, Scouter suddenly jumped up and pointed towards Sunbow's down. From behind a curtain of flame-colored cloud, a flight of 7 majestic birds, much larger than the slain one, came gliding toward the travelers. It was an awesome sight, but not one to inspire fear until it was too late. The gigantic birds suddenly swooped down upon the wolf riders with claws extended for the attack. In moments, Strongbow had fired his last arrow. The slender shaft that had killed the smaller bird did not pierce the thick-hided monsters. Just as Pike's forcefully thrown the spear, rebounded and clattered uselessly to the ground. In panic, Cutter's son fled. Suntop! Brother! It was not an act of cowardice, but one of desperate devotion. I have to find Father! I have to! Wait for me! Suntop! Emma! Come down! It isn't safe for you up there! Too late! Hide, my little ones! Hide deep within the basket! Great sun! Protect us! Snort! Snort! Bawling with terror, Lita's woods bolted away from the swooping black shadows. The embattled wolf riders were soon left far behind. Lita clung to the harness, her mind empty of all thoughts save one. No matter what happened, she must not lose her children. The dull-witted beast galloped for what seemed an eternity. More than once, Lita's strength nearly gave out. She was dragged half-conscious into the twilight gloom of a dense wood. The green was a growing place. It was more mysterious and frightening than the Sun-Village sheltered healer had ever imagined. Suntop quickly took the lead.
It's going to be all right, Mother. This is this place Saba told me to look for. I know. I will. I will find Father soon.
But soon was long in coming. Night grew heavy. Deep in the little search party wove its way through the thicket. At last, even Suntop had to admit that he had reached the limit of their guidance imparted by Sava. They were lost and desperately tired. Even Ember was too weary. The little Chopligger wandered off to chase what he thought was a butterfly. The string of image unwinded to its end, but questions remained. Why did you come? Why did you risk so much to find me?
It's Suntop! Sava put an image from you inside of its head!
What? What? I don't understand.
I don't understand. Sorry, that's like an inside joke. Saba went out of her body to help you, Father. She found something bad, something you mustn't go near. I went out to see her, and she told me to warn you. But we came all this way now. I don't know how to do what she told me. I don't know how.
You are my son. I trust you. Try to lead Suntop to a place of privacy, hoping that peace and quiet seclusion will help the child concentrate.
Thank you, Lita.
Later,
My arm's as good as new. Watch this. Whoop! Under and over. Just like a long-tailed tree. How about that, cub?
I like the woods! Teach me how to be a tree walker, Skywars! I want to do it too!
you will, Ember. There is much for you to learn here.
Father, what did Suntop tell you?
It can't be explained in words. Sava was right, there is danger. And it has to do with Blue Mountain. Suntop and I have to try again later to make sense of all this. But the pictures and feelings in her warnings are not very clear. Right now we've got to go find out what happened to the Wolf Riders. The quest means nothing if they're come to harm.
Everything's going away. But Paddling remembers belonging.
So, it's gone. Hard things will cut up rough stuff.
But Paddling remembers belonging time. Paddling remembers.
What?
Oh! Is it a butterfly?
Stop pretty high things. Paddling go with you.
Think so?
No. Paddling want to stay.
It can speak! Let go, Bug. You're not welcome.
Why is the car saying
Yep.
What makes you think we want you around us, pest? You and your winged friends trap my family in your webs. And you'd do it again if you had the chance.
No. Bad I think.
Think where you belong. Well, that's where you belong. Well, so much for the evil spirit's forbidden grove.
Aww.
We came out of the wood, Lita. Can you guide us to the place where you were attacked?
I will try.
Those giant birds in the warning all fit with what Skywise and I learned about the birds' worlds. It is sadly ironic, beloved.
The Wolf Riders came along to protect the twins and me during the search for you. Now our family is reunited, and Nightfall and Redlands, Pike and all the others, where are they?
We'll find them. We'll track them down to find them. Cutter is stirring tone. He leaves his concern. But unfortunately, a forever busy wolf club carefree presence helps to lighten the mood. So this is Chopligger, eh? This guy, look at the size of his paws. He's gonna be huge.
He'll be even bigger than Night Runner was! I mean is!
Emma sees the wistful look in Cutter's eyes as he handed the cub to her.
We'll see Night Runner started working, won't we, Father?
Maybe. But anything can happen in the woods. You have to be ready for it. I am now. Emma is a bullfighter through and through. But I wonder, will Son Tom and I ever feel at home in Tom's world? The thought continues to trouble Lita as her family nears the edge of the mysterious grove. Where are Mother and Father? Mother and Father going skywise?
To be by themselves for a while. Turn around and pay attention. Whatever jumps out of here is food, but you'll have to catch it.
Together, for the first time in more than 4 moons, Cutter and Lita walk and talk quietly. He tells her all of his adventures. She tells him of her unease in the place of damps and decays and overwhelming life in each conceivable form. Then, by merest chance, they come upon a scene of undescribable beauty. When Lita is finally able to speak, her voice trembles with emotion. Tom, have the stars come down from the sky to dance above the water? Those are fireflies. Scouts used to call them little star cousins. This is the dance of joining. I have never seen anything so... Oh! The wood isn't the deadly place your tribe. But you have to move. You have to move and breast and breathe and think with the forest to live with it. You have to become a wolf rider. How? I am a sun villager. How can I change? Well, first, you have to get rid of these jingling jewelry. A wolf rider's steps are always silent, secret. Yes. But if my jewelry must go because it is too noisy, then it seems to me, beloved, that this coat of mine, which rustles so loudly, must go too. Tom, I have missed you. Oh, Lita! Got her! Oh, baby! Oh, yeah! We'll go any farther, yeah!
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, baby!
Man, Firefly, get out of the way!
So the dance of joining goes. Cream me up my butt.
Oh my god.
Roll that in my butt. Oh, never mind. So the dance of
No,
joining
continue.
goes until the life mates fall asleep in each other's embrace. Suddenly, damn it! Pedal wing! What are these tiny creatures? They seem to spin their webs for no reason.
Oh. There we go, reason. Wrap stuff keeps up pretty high things safe and sound. Pedal and go with. Take good care of high things.
That's some joke, Bug. What are you good for anyway? All you do is spit goo on everything. Look at what you've done to the wood. It isn't fit to live in. You think anything that falls asleep here will fair game for you? The biggest raps of...
This biggest wrap stuff we ever do. Big thing's been still quiet here a long time. It's pretty.
Tom, something inside of this enormous cocoon. What could it be?
It's too high pitched.
Considering how I found you and our cubs, I can guess. Wait here. Cutter's slight form barely stirs the glistening, lumping mass as he crawls onto it. Cutter. Huh. Never thought I'd live up to my name, to my tribe name this way. That human chief Volbar sure has trouble keeping his family together. Peddling, quick stealing of every cut I make. I know what I'm doing. When the work is done, scratch. Now you can be a wolf. Now you can be a wolf rider, Lita. Watch and listen and be silent. Lita shivers with dread as two large, dark-skinned creatures slowly waken and work their way through the sticky shroud.
Malek, we must have slept but a little while, I think. It is not dawn yet. Humans.
They are not without grace. This tall, healthy daughter of Olbar and her outcast lover, suspended in a dreamless slumber within the cocoon. The young humans do not know what their little sleep began more than a year ago. Horrified at first, then fascinated, Lita could not contain her amazement. I always believed that humans were monsters. So did I.
But they make love much as we...
What was that?
My stomach.
But they are made much like we.
You begin to see as I do. And I have to go pee-pee. The old beliefs aren't always true.
Big things remember peddling? Oh, it's one of the good spirits. Thank you again for saving us from my father.
Yes, we thank you.
Suddenly, from deep within the woods,
Malek, listen!
Yes.
Oh, damn! Oh, Tom!
I hear Lita. Come on, let's go find them.
Huh. So do I, Cub. So do I. The howls come from every side. We must run, sailor. Stop it.
Run or fight! But our only weapon is my knife!
Then do not argue, daughter of chiefs. Run!
Wait, I think we should climb a tree instead. You cannot climb.
Malek pulls up short, his face ashen. Those whores' eyes burn for Then, whose eyes burn? Oh.
Then whose eyes burn from the... Then whose eyes burned from the branches ahead?
By the death water!
And who attacks from behind?
Guided by the howls they have recognized, Cutter, Lita, Skywise, and all the twins all arrive in the clearing at the same time.
Sundial, Ember, stay back!
The wolves are indeed wolves. The wolves are... There are indeed wolves in the bushes, but there is something else as well.
Give away, tattered ones! Our coals were not meant for you.
The power bow. The power bow is of red lance shaping. Nightfall draws it back with slow and deadly aim. Bewildered and frightened, Malek and Selah gape at the strange pointed beings and weapons and wolves surrounded by the young humans of all seeds. Oh, save one. Nightfall! Don't shoot! Let them go! The daughter of Olbar vanishes with her lover. In years to come, she will tell her daughters of the Forbidden Grove many mysteries, but for now she has seen enough. My chief friend, we found you! My eyes see with joy! My hands touch with joy. Nightfall, Red Lance.
I've been happier to see you too. I can't remember when.
Oh, Lita! When your mount ran away with you, I feared for your life! Thank the high ones yourself. Eh? What's this in your hair?
Finally, happy. Got many high things to take care of now.
Never mind that. What about the wolf riders? The giant birds?
I wish the tale were easier to tell, Cutter. But I'm afraid Nightfall and I were the only ones to escape the great bird's attack. There was no way to fight them. It happened too fast. Out in the open, we were as helpless as fish trapped in shallow water. One by one, they plucked us up from the ground like worms off a log. The birds went after Strongbow first. When Moonshade saw him carried into the sky, she just stood there and let herself be taken too. The first of us took what cover we could. The water wasn't deep enough that the birds couldn't dive down and spear us with their claws. Nightfall and I stayed under, hugging the riverbed till we almost drowned. We were safe, but others weren't so lucky. Lita's woot nearly trampled us when we came up for air. Its hooves knocked us back beneath the water, and we recovered and dragged ourselves to the riverbank. But by then, the monsters were already flying away with their catch. 7 birds, 7 out of the wolf riders captured. We couldn't find the missing one. And the knowledge that Lita had escaped with Ember and Suntop.
We decided to track them down. We knew that Suntop would lead us to you. Cutter, Redlance finishes. It was just luck that you were near enough to hear us when we howled for you.
Scouter said that he thought he glimpsed riders on the birds' backs. That may be so. I only know that our tribe folk are gone.
Gone? Look at my nipple. Look at it. I'm naked, I'm mad. To the lair of the bird spirits. We wanted to go to Blue Mountain. Now we have to go! Father! Didn't you believe me? Didn't you even believe Saba? I tried to give you a warning! Please! You wasn't good enough! You did well, my cub! How am I doing?
I don't know.
Saba can be proud of you, as I am. As I am?
As
I am.
As I am.
Oh, but I'm not wearing any pants right now. Look at that. As a wolf rider faces danger, especially when his tribe mate needs his help. That's all that matters, Suntop. The tribe.
The tribe.
The tribe. The tribe. The tribe.
We don't have the music, so shut up.
I'll do it like it's really echoing.
Have you cried out yet? He plays the game well, but I shall win. Dun dun dun!
It's the end of the book.
The end of the tape! La la la!
The captains are blue mountain. Book